Hi, this is George Vlachonikolis and I'm making another economics video today. Today I'm going to talk about credit, ease of credit and making it easier to get credit. And particularly I'm looking at the impact of that on people's consumption levels. The case study I've chosen today is PCP on cars. This is a BMW 216 diesel. I know absolutely nothing about cars, but I know this car has 7 seats and I know it has 5 doors, and I know that this is a perfect family car for those people with big families looking to go for lots of days out and generally cruising about the place. If you want to buy a car like this from the showroom outright today, then it's going to set you back the best part of £30,000. But not a lot of people have £30,000 in cash in a bank account that they can just wax on a car instantly. So the question is then, how do these people finance a car like this? Up until fairly recently, the only way you could really finance a car like this was to take a £30,000 loan, either from the bank or from the car company itself, and take the whole £30,000, buy the car and then pay it back in monthly instalments. A bit like a mortgage or a personal loan if you were to take it from a bank. And that's what most people did. However, recently the game's changed. Car companies have come up with a new way of financing now. It's called PCP, Personal Contract Purchasing. That means you buy the car, but you only buy it for 3 or 4 years. And therefore you're not taking the loan out for the whole £30,000. You're just taking the loan out for what the company estimates will be the devaluation of the car between the sale price at the beginning of the contract and what the price is likely to be at the end of the contract. Let's take an example. You buy this car for £30,000, then the company estimates that at the end of 4 years this car is probably only worth £9,000. There's a £21,000 difference. Therefore you're only taking the loan out for that £21,000. That means that the loan and the monthly repayments are much lower than they were before, and you get the car for the 4 years that you've got the contract for. This makes it easier for you to afford the monthly repayments. So the main disadvantage of the scheme is that at the end of the 4 years you don't have a car, but you have had 4 years of driving around in a BMW, and as we all know, driving around in a BMW makes you look super cool. Whenever the car companies and the finance companies come up with new deals like this, as you can imagine, the government takes a big interest and they want to make sure it's heavily regulated. Obviously in the early 2000s, the mortgage industry went much the same way. Starting in America, the central bank, the Federal Reserve, deregulated the financial industry, and suddenly it became a lot cheaper for ordinary Americans to afford houses with cheaper mortgages, sometimes interest only. Because it's quite easy to take advantage of people that don't really know the maths. Instead, that person might not have bought a BMW, might not have bought as expensive a car, or they might just not have bought a car at all, and they might have just made do with their original car. So, as you can see, there are loads of deals today in which you can get credit for things that you might not otherwise be able to afford. You can get finance deals, credit deals on them that allows you to afford them, if only for a short period of time. The thing for you and your teacher to consider now perhaps is this a good thing? Is this a good thing for the economy? And is it a good thing for the consumer?